Okay, this is day 13, and we are leaving the Hilton Garden in Calabasas, and we are heading to the Reagan Library, which will probably take us about maybe 30 to 40 minutes to drive there. And after our visit to the Reagan Library, we will be heading to Fresno, which may be about 3.5 to 4 hour drive. Any case, here we go.
The Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California.
Yeah, very good. Look at this. We just got here and we're going into the entrance. This is what it looks like here. I believe it's 125,000 square feet. Look at all the benches around here.
The first woman appointed to the Supreme Court, shatters another repeal. And should be arriving soon. Before delivering his campaign speech.
And actually, that's what we're doing.
Go in the airplane? Okay, I'm gonna go in it. Have you been in already?
No. Ford Air Force.
This is an amazing place here. The Air Force One pavilion that we'll be looking at here was donated by Boone Pickens. I think he donated $10 million for that here. And it houses the Boeing 707 used by 7 President and the Air Force, not the Air Force, but the Marine One helicopter here. Throughout this museum, you'll see plaques naming various other donors such as Conrad Hilton and so on. I didn't recognize all the names, but Boone Pickens I know and Conrad Hilton I know. In any case, this is a Amazing place.
Well, look at this old printer.
More comic.
Oh, the cockpit.
This is the communication center.
Oh, the radio and so on.
Well, anyone with a phone on Earth can be reached by the president.
Yeah, this is the president.
Nice room.
This must be his office. Maybe this
Yeah.
where, and then that's the first lady.
That's her
There
room.
and there.
Air Force One jacket.
Hi, how are you? Meetings took place on the plane. This is a flying White House. Telephone.
Who's this person?
No, he was a major at the time, but Lieutenant Colonel, he retired as a Lieutenant Colonel. Anyway, when he retired, he donated his uniform to the library.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and very nice guy.
What was the name of
Very
the
nice.
lieutenant colonel?
Pardon?
What was the name of the lieutenant colonel who donated you?
Cheelander.
Sheelan.
Robert Cheelander.
Okay.
That's him, right there.
Oh,
He doesn't have any hair there.
probably here. This one here.
Oh, yeah.
But when he comes, he likes to come to the earth.
All right, just like a regular airplane. So after this, the president got to use a 747, which is 3 times bigger than this. Awesome. Whoa, look at this view. Oh my goodness gracious.
Conspiracy that is communism. Stronger, more determined than ever.
Since our standards have been appreciated our bonus, you will be divided into separate zones of occupation. Each with some land and power. American, British, French, to a purely communist regime. In place of partnership for victory, barbed wire, suspicion, and distrust.
And my family. I plan to enjoy the great outdoors and stay in touch with my friends and supporters.
Okay, we're going to be leaving the Reagan Library now. We enjoy visiting both the Nixon and the Reagan Library. Both are worth visiting, and we're glad that we had a chance to see both of them on this road trip across the country here. Listen, I was living in Washington, D.C. when Nixon was president and resigned, and which was historic, and I was in D.C. for Reagan's two-term. Any case, onward and forward. Now we're going to be heading to Fresno, which is my hometown, and which is located about 4 hours in the San Joaquin Valley. And for you who may not know this, the San Joaquin Valley is known as one of the most productive regions in the world. It's sometimes referred to as the agricultural capital of the world. It grows like 250 different kind of crops, grape, tomatoes, nuts, vegetables, produce, lettuce, garlic, you name it, okay? Any case, it's a very productive area. It's a very pretty area. A lot of time Fresno itself is looked down upon, but I like visiting Fresno. It's where I grew up. It's a farming area and a lot of good people there. Any case, onward and forward, and enjoy the trip with us. God bless. I can't speak to rush hour traffic in California, but one thing I must comment on here is really it's the California highway system seems very well designed and laid out. The signs are very clear. They seem to be very safe here, exit and onto the highway and so on. So California does a very good job with their highway system as far as I can tell right now. This has always been the case when I left California back in the 1970s. And any case, it's a pleasure driving in California. Okay, we're getting closer to Fresno now. We're just passing by Bakersfield here. And so in a little bit here, we'll be in Fresno soon here. If you look on the side of the road there, you'll see a whole bunch of citrus, some kind of a citrus tree. And these look like grapevines here, so they could be citrus. These could be citrus or olive tree here. In any case, you can see this is a very rich agricultural area here. It's just a beautiful area. You go into some of the area like the Sanger River Basin here. Wow, it's just like, it's something people don't really see. It's not like this. The Sanger River Basin is just really beautiful. Okay, surprisingly, there are a lot of Swedish and Danish people live in the San Joaquin Valley. We're passing by Kingsburg here. We're in the outskirts of Kingsburg, and again, it's an agriculture area, as you can see. And there's so many Swedes in this area. They used to have a Swedish festival. I never thought much about that as a kid. I just took it as a matter of fact, but after leaving Fresno, I just found it very interesting. Why did so many Swedes move to the to this area of the world here? Honestly, because this is so far from Sweden, I would think. Any case, not very far from where we used to live in Fresno, we had a Danish creamery here, and any case, we also had a German town. Most of the German, I believe, in the Fresno came from the Volga area in Russia, and settled in the Fresno city here and built the first Lutheran church there. Any case, here we are. We're getting closer to Fresno. Okay, as you can see, here's a train here, and I can't tell you what it's carrying right now, but it's not unusual to see a lot of trains in the San Joaquin Valley here. A lot of times there'll be miles of packing house, each owned by a different company, packing grapes, apricots, or whatever. And these trains would be right along the packing house and be ready to take the load to wherever they're going to go. In any case, I find that interesting here, and they're very important. Okay, I just saw a sign that said Bethel Drive is not very far from here, so I'm guessing we're about 20 miles from where we want to go. Any case, so pretty soon, folks, we'll be in Fresno. Okay, here we are. In a few minutes here, we're going to be turning right and going into an area known as Fig Garden Village here. We'll be going up. The whole area at one time was just covered with fig tree. That's why it's called Fig Garden. In any case, it's a very pretty area, beautiful area here, and we'll be staying with my brother and his wife here, and we will visit them for I don't know, however long we can, because I think next place we're going to be going to will be going to Reno to visit a friend. I think before we do that, we're going to head up to Yosemite. But in any case, here we are onto the house here, and we'll talk to you more later on. We've had enjoyed our trip. We hope you enjoyed the car ride with us here. It's fantastic. In any case, God bless. Talking. I'm filming.
Okay. Well, Ray and Cindy got here. It only took them 13 days to travel all the way across the United States. And they got distracted. They stopped at different national parks, but they shared pictures, so I enjoyed that. Okay?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I'm sorry you don't have the dog here. This beautiful picture in your kitchen here. Did you get this in China then?
Yeah,
And they shipped it here for you?
No, it was framed, and we said roll it up, put it in a tube, so we didn't get the frame. And the same thing when you go in the bathroom, same thing. They were framed, but we couldn't get it home. So
Right, so it has to be rolled and
rolled
then
up,
reframed.
brought it home, and then we had to buy new frames.
Yeah. And where's your trash cans?
Oh,